Good morning. This is Perspectives. I'm Celeste Baragni, and today my guest is Lynn Gierie, the founder of the Robbie Foundation. Good morning, Lynn, and thanks for coming in.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Tell me about the Robbie Foundation.
The Robbie Foundation is a nonprofit. We serve children in the state of Maine by funding for adaptive equipment, assistive technology, and therapy treatments not covered by insurance. We fund all of the children in the state of Maine.
I was looking at a wish list online when you were talking about adaptive equipment and therapy equipment. So Cole needs an exercise ball to help him during his therapy session. That's $85. Anthony needs a fleece-weighted blanket for sensory input. That's $100. Hunter would like swim therapy to help him work on developmental skills such as crawling, walking, rolling, and jumping. That's $360. These are all really important therapies and pieces of equipment to have that are not covered by insurance. And I don't think people realize how expensive they are.
Right. A lot of the items are a lot more expensive than that, however, and they are a lot of the equipment, therapy treatment, and technology pieces are out of reach for a lot of people. We have anything from safety items to quality of life items. Just to give you an example of a safety item, we have a safety bed that we often get for children who are potentially non-ambulatory, can't walk, potentially thrash in bed and are unsafe to be independent and on their own. Also for kids with autism. We also fund for specialty harnesses, seating or transferring items. Pretty popular item lately has been GPSs or tracking devices for kids who wander or even bolt.
What a great idea.
You know, these are all safety items and basic daily needs for children. Hoya lifts are another item for hygiene for kids that can't be lifted by their parents or care providers. We even fund for ramps to access their own homes.
Right.
Sometimes even wheelchairs for kids.
Or a fence around the yard.
Correct, to keep them safe, yeah.
I was noticing, too, an app for iPads. You have a couple that are on the wish list for communication and for social interaction. I imagine that would be life-changing for a kid who has disabilities to be able to communicate better and more clearly.
Yes, the iPad has become a real significant tool for children with special needs, especially the children who are nonverbal. Having this device is their only means of being understood, and it really is their voice.
Lynn, how did you come to start the Robbie Foundation? Who is Robbie?
Robbie is my son. Of course, the foundation was inspired by Robbie, who lives with cerebral palsy, was born with cerebral palsy. At age 10, Robbie decided that he wanted to give back to children like himself. Being nonverbal and non-ambulatory, he uses a wheelchair to get around and also uses high-tech, low-tech devices for communication. Yes, no. His head moves from side to side for his yeses and nos, and we get more information from him in using the technology device. But he expressed his need to give back, and that is how we started the Robbie Foundation.
What a sweet guy. How old is he now?
He's 17. He's a big senior at Scarborough High now.
Oh, that's fantastic. What a good heart. You raised him right. I love hearing things like that. Tell us about your mission statement as you developed the Robbie Foundation.
Yes. My husband and I, really, it was through our navigating through this special needs or disabled community and meeting new people experiencing similar challenges that we became aware of this huge need that was out there. The disabled world really is a world of its own, and you just don't know about the challenges unless you live them. So it was pretty simple for Bob and I, my husband and I, to say to one another that we saw a need and we're trying to fill it through the Robbie Foundation. Again, we fund for items and equipment and therapies that are not covered by insurance, huge unmet needs that are out there. And we realize, with having more and more experience, that we can't save the world. We can't change diagnoses, but we can make lives better. And that is our mission at the Robbie Foundation.
I really, really admire the work that you're doing. And what is the website address?
It is www.robbie, spelled ROBBIE, foundation.com.
And there's a lot of great information up there, resources and everything that you need. So I encourage you to go check it out. The biggest challenge, I imagine, is all of the fundraising, because these aren't all small ticket items. And to put things in perspective, it's life-changing equipment for these people. Tell people how they can donate, and then we'll talk about your big benefit coming up.
Sure. It's real simple. We have a donation button on our website. You can go in and donate. Any amount makes a huge difference. No amount is too small.
I encourage you to go donate. And of course, it is a tax-deductible donation. I want to remind you about that. And they are having a big fundraiser coming up, the Robbie Foundation No Limits Run, Walk, and Roll, coming up on September 25th at Bowdoin College. And it sounds like a spectacular event. Lynn, give us the details.
Yes, the Robbie Foundation No Limits Run, Walk, Roll is on Sunday, September 25th at Bowdoin College. This is our 4th annual, and it is a beautiful venue. We start and end in the field house. The course is accessible and loops around the gorgeous campus. We like to call this a celebration where we encourage people of all abilities to participate. This is a fun-filled, high-energy event. This is an event for anyone and everyone who can participate. And what we're trying to do at this event is really to create a culture of acceptance, awareness, tolerance, and inclusion for everyone. There will be lots of festivities on this day, including face painting, balloon twisting, activity stations along the running route, snacks, prizes, and just a day to come together and support a child you may know, potentially know, living with a special need.
And there are other ways that people can donate other than monetarily, because some people don't have the money to, but you do rely on volunteers. Tell us about some of the volunteer possibilities.
Yeah, and most of our events, there is a need for volunteers, just people who will come together and help us orchestrate the event. Also, sharing our information with others is a great way to help out. Of course, we do encourage fundraising at our events, to come as a team to this event, come as an individual in support of a child. And it's really the theme for this event is, who will you run for? Who will you walk for? Or who will you roll for? If you know a child that is in a wheelchair, bring them along. We welcome everybody.
When you go to the website for the Robbie Foundation, you'll find a lot of wonderful resources. Everything from spiritual support, Moms in Touch, the East Point Christian Church, and Young Life all have websites up there. Treatment camps, which are so important. You know, we talk to Camp Sunshine quite a bit in Pine Tree Society, but also up there, Mainly Kids PT Services, Conductive Education and Ability Camp, and advocacy contacts as well. The DDC, Developmental Disability Council, and DRC, Disability Rights Center, and also information about adaptive medical equipment for people who are looking for some more of that, from Black Bear Medical, Exomotion, Freedom Concepts, Snug Seat, Habilitations, Rifton and Adaptive Mall, Columbia Medical, and East Special Needs as well. So if you're looking for resources, and I know that especially for new parents, it's wonderful to find those, and you can do that at their website. And how do people apply for the equipment, and how do you review the applications for it?
Sure. Our application process is all online, and it's pretty seamless. We have a link on our website, and anybody can apply, from the parents to the case managers, the therapists, and we review applications on a quarterly basis. On average, we receive $55,000 worth of requests, and we are able to fund between $10,000 and $20,000 a quarter. We are really only scratching the surface of the need that is out there. We are in dire need of funding that we can't currently fill. And we need to get to that $55,000 of need on a quarterly basis. We have to date dispersed over $250,000 worth of equipment and therapy that has significantly impacted the lives of children. We serve children ages birth through 20 in the entire state of Maine. And there are a significant number of children on waiting lists for needed items and support, needs that require urgent attention, and the Robbie Foundation is bridging that gap.
Thank you so much for being with us today. If you have time to volunteer at the Robbie Foundation, please visit their website and find out more about that opportunity. If you have it in your heart to donate, make a monetary donation, you can also do that at their website. And if you would like to come take part in their big fundraiser coming right up, the Robbie Foundation No Limits Run, Walk, Roll on September 25th at Bowdoin College, you can also get tickets at the website. And the website, once again, is
Robbie, ROBBIE, Foundation.com.
Thank you so much, Lynn, for being with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm Celeste Baragni, and this has been Perspectives.